Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Old Gray Bricks. It is excellent to see you here this evening. I hope you're having a very fine evening. We are being nerds. We have had good conversation before. We're going to be talking maybe about what you're buying on. Hello. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear you're sick there, Old and Surly. We were talking about maybe our March 1st purchases and things like that. We might talk about that a little bit later and everything, but it is a messy Thursday, and I do want to just give a quick shout out, not to bring the show down, but if you'll notice when we do things on our screens, it says for Tom, and the reason we have an orange color here on the things that we do is we have a good friend. His name was Tom McDonald. 6 years ago, he passed away. One of the original Who Would Be Old Gray Bricks. This would be his jam to hang out with us. And Tom was a really good friend, somebody you could talk to anytime. He would nerd with you. He would pray with you. He would, be goofy with you. And he was just a great friend. He passed away suddenly 6 years ago as of Monday. I believe it was Monday that he passed away. And so one of the things we do is we kind of do this remembering him and everything. So I got some orange on today just for him. I talked to his widow, just sent her a message on the day of, thanks to Facebook. That always reminds me. And there he is. There's the man, the myth, the legend. There he is right there. Super good guy, super amazing. And we actually got to hang out in person one whole time at Brick Fest 2006 with that group right there. Let's see. You've got Brom, who's been on the show. You got Ryan Wood. That's J-Dub, who lives here in town. That's me and Sandlin and Philip. And there's Tom and Lee. And kneeling before Sandlin and before Zod is our friend Gil. We were at the National Museum of Airplanes and things. And super fun day, and one that I'll
Air
remember.
and Space Museum Udvar Hazy Complex.
Yeah. Your mom's an Udvar Hazy, but anyway. But so just to let y'all know that that we make really good lifelong friends here in the Lego community, and these folks here in this chat are lifelong friends. But don't take it for granted, the friendships that you build and make in the Lego community. And we kind of learned that when we lost our friend Tom. So salute to you, to his bride. We thinking and praying about you. And she is sending me some of his bricks, by the way. She's got them in a closet. So some of Tom McDonald's bricks. She goes, "Do you like orange?" I'm like, "Yeah, we like orange." So he was one of the first ones to really embrace orange in space colors. And so yeah. So we miss our friend, but we are we do this and with his memory and everything. Yep, that's right. All the certainly good people live on, amazing memories. That's right. That's right. So anyway, yep. That's for our friend Lay. We need to get Lay to come on the show, man. That would be another fantastic Canadian to come on the show.
He's been on the show.
I was not here that day, I think.
Yeah, you were, because we had him on the show and surprised you with him showing up, and it's been a couple of 3 years though.
Yeah, it was like COVID times, right? So
yeah, it was probably COVID time.
Yes. Now I do remember. I remember the thing I remember about that man is he's a vegetarian, and we went to Taco Bell, and he just leaned over and goes, "Do you think there's something I can eat here?" And I was like, "Well, that's 7-layer burrito. I ain't got no animal on it." I mean, he would eat cheese, and so he was happy with his 7-layer burrito. I don't know if there were actually animal products on board. We didn't say anything. So anyway. All right. It is a messy Thursday because we're too lazy to put anything together for a show, but let's do a quick spin. Captain Xavier, sir, I want you to know that Monday we talked extensively about pirates, and you were not on the show. So share with us some piratey goodness.
Piratey goodness. I recently acquired a steampunk pirate.
Nice.
That's all I got. 2 Mondays ago was my birthday. And
happy birthday.
I ran amok. I went up to the big city and hunted minifigs, trying to find the 25th, the Series 25 minifigs, and was largely successful. Not as successful as I would have liked. We had a lot of them that had the small barcode, so we had to resort to weight, and we didn't do quite as good as we coulda. But I hit most of my goals. We also then did find a large Lego collection at a Goodwill, which you never see Legos at Goodwill. But all in all, these are the minifigs I made off with on that day. Got a bunch of the Lady Warriors, some of the Basils, some Harpies, a whole bunch of Ninjago in the collection that we picked up. I got 4 of the goat men. I now have 4 of the new goats, 4 of the old goats. My official goat collection grows.
How are the prices? How are the prices on the goats nowadays? By the way,
like the original goats on like Bricklink, I have the foggiest idea.
Yeah. Did the new goat affect the old goat prices?
I'll have a look.
I doubt it because they're different goats. But
unless you have a Sharpie.
Yeah, the old goats had spots. The new goats got no spots.
That's right.
And of course, tomorrow they release another goat. Years of them telling us they could not bring back the goat, and then in 1 year they give us 2 goats.
That's right. And then they give us like brick built goats and then like wish goats, which are different goats. And there's so many goats.
And then now 2 official goats, an all white goat and a dark gray goat.
Yep. That's true.
The dark gray one will be the new super expensive one, I have no doubt.
We were walking around, my wife and I, in Charleston, and there was a store. We got out. We were walking really early, so it wasn't open, and it was just goat, cow, goat, cow, whatever. And we were like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Well, it looks like Lego animals in order of appeal." But it was a cheese shop. But so it was kind of cool. But it was just named for the 3, animals the cheese was coming from. We did not return to it. But.
I was gonna say, was a third a chicken? Because I can't think of what a third cheese producing animal would be.
Goat, cow.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Goats new are. Oh yeah, it could be llama. New goats are selling for probably around 75 US, and used ones probably around 60. That's me taking Canadian dollars and estimating what that's worth.
Is that the spotted goats?
Yeah, the spotted goat.
Yeah. All right, so they haven't depreciated. Good. No. I'm glad my goat investment is.
That's over the last 6 months. So
it was. By the way, it was goat, sheep, cow. That was the name of the cheese shop. Goat, sheep, cow.
Who milks a sheep?
Honestly,
I wouldn't expect prices to fall because people will think of their old goat as like, well, it's rare, so I'm not going to lower my price on Bricklink. But I would think that the new goat, if people want to buy a goat, they're just going to go buy the new ones because they'll be those will be cheaper. I would.
Yeah. All this goatee goodness. All right. Oh, Daniel's walked away. Daniel, what is up in your Lego world? Come back, Daniel. Hello, sir.
I'm back. I'm here. I'm back. I did come back. I came back for the real Chris Old Gray Bricks experience since you were absent on my debut. So I had to get the real deal. What's new for me? I don't know. I've been taking some better photographs of Citron things since I already had it all pulled out still after the convention. So I have some newer high quality photos and reels and stuff coming soon.
Sweet.
Been building some additional figures for Neo Citron. So using some fun, everybody's seen that guy before. Some fun new parts for them, getting some new kind of updated modern leg and arm prints on there. Very fun. What else? I don't know if anybody played the Arkham games. I finally found a use for the big Dreams macaroni pieces. I built a Riddler trophy from the Arkham video games.
Is that the new macaroni piece or the old macaroni piece? Because they changed the mold within the last year.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. I remember reading that article, and I've already forgotten what the difference was. There's something about the sizing and how it fit in system.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's whatever one came in the Z-Blob mag.
Yeah, that Z-Blob mag was back down to $16 at Walmart again. So
I wonder if that's though different from the one in this. I've gotten
That's
one of
the
these
new
just
one.
because it was one of the cheapest interesting. So this is probably even different than these ones.
Yes.
Yeah, geez. I love it
Pull
when a
your
brand new
macaroni
part
out, sir, and
has
build it
variance.
to let us know.
All right, I'll get back to you on that. I'll pop that open real quick.
Anyway, well, it is good to have you hanging around with us, old grays.
Thank
you
you.
are the youngest gray here, so
Good to be here, but great nonetheless.
Gray nonetheless. All right, let's see. Jeff looks to be diligently searching the internet. Jeff, how was your stream last night, Jeff?
Good. It was just Matt and I, but we chatted for about an hour and a half, so it was decent.
Yeah, Jeff, we're chatting, and Jeff goes, "Well, we've been on for 40 minutes," and I'm like, "Oh, we've talked that long."
And that was like us getting into the news. So usually, yeah, crazy. But I'm actually looking to see if the goat is the same or not, because Battery Powered Brick was asking for the goat, and Brickset is claiming it is a different mold. Although I can't, like, when I did a Google search, it says in the summary from Brickset that it's a new mold, but I can't find the actual text in the article that says that. So, but anyways, so yeah, I don't know what I've been doing. Tonight I'm rebuilding castle buildings because some of them have received some minor damage. Some of them have received a little bit more than minor damage.
Oh,
but just on the ongoing progress of getting the castle back together. If anybody was watching at Atlanta BrickCon, all of my castle people in the spiral itself, they're all on tan sections of pathway that I just plop in. And the one thing I hadn't done was labeled which pathway goes in which order to pull it out of the 4 different bins with like 2 layers of pathways stacked. So yesterday I did that. Like I labeled all the foam that I have in the bins to say, this is path number 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 19. So that's trying to make more efficiencies in putting the castle together, make it a little quicker and easier to put things in. I keep on looking over at the castle because my view from here is just, I can just see the pathways of the castle as I'm looking over.
Right.
But yeah, so just trying to slowly put it back together, fix things that need fixing, enhance things that need enhancing. Bouncy Castle has to be remotorized and stuff. So just poking away at that, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that Bouncy Castle was pretty much a hit. Everybody was like, "Remember the Bouncy Castle?"
Until it stopped working. Yeah.
Then it was the.
Yeah. I actually have it right here. Hold on, let me just grab it. And the micromotors right here, and like micromotors usually have a little bit of give. Like you have to turn things pretty hard to make the micromotor turn, and you can see it's just freewheeling right here. So,
is that the actual internals of the motor, or is that just a little piece that kind of friction grips on there?
I think it's the motor itself.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't pulled it open, but I'm gonna basically the castle sits right on the edge of my layout where the next section drops off. So I've got like an 8 stud area that I can put a motor into there and then just run it up like a bigger motor. So I think that's what I'm going to do, just because I can't put a bigger motor in here. Otherwise it'll be, too high, right? I'm holding this backwards. I just realized it. And knocking walls off. But yeah, so I'm going to try and run, an axle underneath and just have some kind of simple gearing, like those 4-way gears that are just like the little balls on the 4 ends, like a T with balls on the end. I think I'll do something like that just so it's an easier to mesh gear. So I can just set this on top and hopefully it'll just go. Hopefully. And yes, I said balls.
Thanks.
No problem. So, but yeah, that's about it. Oh, Intense just jumped in the chat.
Yeah. You saw Castle and the man, and he
man
comes running in, right?
Yeah, his castle has like doubled in size since the last time he was on Beyond the Brick. And by the last time, I don't mean yesterday or the day before. I mean like a year or 2 ago when he was on Beyond the Brick. So yeah.
Yeah, it's it's too bad that you didn't get to go down there maybe and see it. Hey, there's Ninja.
Yeah,
It's good to
maybe-
see you, man.
Maybe next year I can.
Alarms went off. Let's light the beacons.
Here's the answer for those still following the macaroni thread.
There it is. There it is. Hang on, let me
They
get
are-
there.
They are in fact different. Even
Mhm.
amongst those two different dream sets, you can see the curvature is different.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody probably got fired having to change a mold that short into its lifespan.
Yeah, somebody probably went, why doesn't this make the circle and connect to the two things? And
Yeah.
But I think from a technic point of view, it fits the system, but it doesn't from a system point of view. I think that's what the
That might have been what it was. Yeah.
I think the article from New Elementary mentioned that it does fit Technic system, like it fits the 35-degree like the connector number 2. I think it fits that. It's the exact same size as that.
Yeah.
The old one, I mean, and now the new one's a bit bigger. So
yeah,
yeah, there we go.
there,
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, there was one that had the connectors, the old Technic connectors, the 1 through number 2 connector.
and the name Maxaroni is my
It's
favorite
awesome.
word of the day, right?
Macaroni and cheese.
That's right. So
Although
yeah,
we
you can
call it-
see there that that it would be out of system. The new one is in system. So the one with the car makes that curve well, and the other one does not. So, but it can be fixed by putting that little gap in there. So
Mhm.
Interesting.
Interesting merits to both.
yes, there is. But there you can see this little side by side there. It's just looks like a half a plate off or something like that. So anyway, so
It's
there
funny
you
because
go.
they did have an image of it with the. Oh, you're on Facebook. They did have an image of it with one of the Technic connectors is beside it too, but maybe that was on the Instagram post for New Elementary.
Come out this one.
Oh yeah,
right here.
there. So the old one fit that number. Oh, is that number 4? Okay, number 4 connector. Whereas the new one is bigger. So it was in Technic system, but not in system.
Yep. Oh yeah, we get the measuring devices out and everything. So
The
anyway,
geekometer.
interesting.
Wait, put the castle back on. That was more interesting. Just saying. You can leave that
Is that
on there.
coming out? Is that a March 1
Yep.
release right here?
It is.
I will be placing my order tonight.
I gotcha.
I will be waiting for a gift for purchase.
Yeah, it
There's
will
not
not
a
be
gift
these
for
Space
purchase, but
Babies
there
because it's
is
gone.
There is
Well,
a new rewards in the VIP center coming. The Ninjago City Micro thing finally
Oh,
got
yeah.
some info.
I can confirm that the new goat is a different mold.
And the molding mark is in a different place, isn't it?
It's slightly different. On the underbelly, there's a notch that's slightly different shape, and there's
Okay.
writing on the inside of the new one that doesn't appear on the old one.
What part of the goat is he looking at right now?
That was welcome
belly.
to entertainment on our show. A man looking at
Currently,
the,
I'm looking at the spine from the underside. These goats have been gutted. It's
the
here are their
undercarriage of a goat.
intestines. They're just hanging out. There's been an absolute slaughter here. It's children should not. A parental advisory.
And now
Also,
the
the
weather.
old goats weren't quite white. They are a slightly beigey color. That may just be that my goats have faded with time.
We got
Well, that
older.
happens to men. Never mind.
Hey,
Sorry.
don't look a gift goat in the undercarriage.
2 of these goats were smuggled to me from fans in Mexico, so I suppose I shouldn't complain about their.
Moto.
What did he say?
What Moto say?
If Castle is so awesome, why are there no Castle babies?
That's a good point.
Which is funny because you figure a town set would have, a baby in it, a Castle Village set.
Yeah.
The big castle had a child in it, so there was that.
Mm.
Just not
Well,
a
this
baby.
one has a child in it too. The goats.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
the cheese shop.
The babies all died of the plague.
Yeah.
What?
I did these with the
That is
Forceman
bad.
micro figures that came in the because it was the Black Falcon little castle, but it came with
Mhm.
micro figures for also Forcemen. So I was like, yeah, gotta go
awesome.
and give them a little mini place to live.
I got the big one
Steve,
around here somewhere.
Steve says the castle babies have been pillaged and stolen. So there it is.
They're over in the Viking village.
We had a few more folks joining here. Brick Jedi bringing up the craft dinner argument from Monday. Thank you very much. Moto's here. Brick Songs is here. Andrew Sada is here. Nick is here. No, we told him we had 22 minutes of classic Pirates talk, and he missed it.
Right, and here now. I was filming the reassembly of a very complicated Nerf blaster.
Oh, that's very
Sounds riveting.
Very, I mean, absolutely. It was an hour-long video of how to reassemble it. Very, very technical, complicated stuff.
That's very kind. Hoarder 66. My birthday is next week. Yes. So yes. 5-3. So
Lord.
Oh, you're catching up to me.
I am. I constantly attempt to, and then no. All right. Hello, Stever. Good to see you. Good to see you, Mr. Fleebs. Well, Samlin, what was the name of the lighting kit you showed on Monday?
It was Teddoo, Teddoo.
It's on the Amazons. The list is 20 lights, and it's about $21. There's a new door in the new castle set. Is there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. We've talked to Jeff. Let's talk to Matt. Matt, how is your evening this evening?
Pretty good. My new laptop arrived today. So one of the cool things about being in a relationship with somebody who's better at something is you hand it to your spouse who's good with computers and you say, can you set everything up? And he's excited to do it because he likes new laptops.
Did he make you swear off Sprite for at least a month?
No. I did the laundry and the dishes in a fair of services, a trade of services and expertise. So when I first when Thomas and I first got together, he used to buy a new laptop every year, whether he needed one or not. So he would spend his money on electronics and I would spend mine on little plastic bits. But he's recently calmed down on the laptop expenditures. So when I got very frustrated with the one I had, he was like, oh, let me give you some advice.
Nice.
So that showed up. I can now sit there and work on my computer and not get a headache because the fan is making this whirly, terrible sound. And my old laptop was chronically running out of memory. I'm one of those people who has like 30 browser windows open and it would just like slow down to a crawl and I'd have to start closing things and restarting. And today I did a test on purpose and I opened up both Microsoft Edge and Google Chrome and I opened up 30 tabs and I went over and looked at the power and it was only at 50%. I was like, yes.
Nice.
Look at all this memory. I can just let my love for multiple tabs just run wild now because I've got 32 gig of memory in this laptop. So it's going to be amazing.
For the record, he's altered.
What is it? Give us specs, man. What brand? Come on.
The one Thomas told him to buy.
Yeah. I posted it in the chat. Hang on. I got it. Give me a second. I can tell you.
I was going to say, for the record, Matt has lied in this statement because yesterday he said he was opening up multiple Google Sheets in web browsers, so spreadsheets, and now he's saying just regular tabs because he didn't want to embarrass himself by admitting that he opens spreadsheets all the time. Just saying.
I'm academic. I'm not embarrassed to admit I open spreadsheets.
Now he's opening up Google Maps instead.
No, I'm looking at my text with my husband where he recommended, and it's a lot of cat pictures, and there's a random picture of macaroni and cheese. I'm not really sure why the mac and cheese was in there. Oh, here it's
Craft dinner.
Here you go. HP
Maxaroni.
Pavilion. HP Pavilion 15, 12th generation Intel Core, 32 gigs, 1 terabyte of SSD. 15 full HD display. I will say, I don't even care about the screen because I plug it into one of these giant curved screens that you can open 5 Word documents on that he bought 8 years ago and they decided he didn't want it. So now I get to have it for free. It's good to hang out with somebody who likes to spend money on tech and then you get the leftovers. I get the hand-me-downs.
Do we want to go through that list and see if Matt knows what each of those phrases he just read actually means?
No, I don't know. I don't know. He's there for the tech advice. So that when I get really frustrated because I can't get something, I'll be like, can you come in here? I can't get this to work. he's like, get out of the chair. I need to sit down.
Oh yeah.
But-
Okay. So my wife
this is-
hates it when she's like, I can't do this. I'm like, hand me the computer. You need to show me. I'm like, I can't tell you because I need to see what you're seeing, and then I need to do it, and then I'll give it to you and tell you how to do it. So
it's good. It's good when you're in a complementary relationship and the other person has supplies a skill that you don't have. Thomas's other great skills that he has an uncanny knack of when I say, I can't find my keys, or have you seen this? Usually within like 2 minutes, he can find it. I don't know.
That's when you take the laptop and it's like, you have 47 updates.
Yeah. Well, it's set to update at night, like every Tuesday night. So that's usually not the problem. But,
well, Mel had to switch to iPhone. You know, we were Android and I'm still Android. And when she switched sides or whatever, I'm like, I am out of the tech business for you. The answer to why isn't my phone doing something is an automatic. I don't know.
It should be an automatic. It's an iPhone. That's why.
There it is.
Yeah, but he's been in the Apple system most of his life, and he's making noise about getting a non-Apple phone in his next purchase. We'll see. He did that once before, but then he came back to the mothership. So, and you know, once you're in the cult of Apple, it's hard to get out. So, but Lego wise, you know, as the local people know, the big thing was wrapping up our bulk order. This is the first time I was in the role as ambassador, so I was on the land and like talking to people, and for folks that typically in the past we've gotten the parts list a little bit earlier, and then they were a little late getting the parts list out to us, but they didn't change the deadline. Every lug has to get their order in by March 22nd, and so it's a more compressed window for ordering. And it appears that if you order early, you tend to get your parts sooner. So last year we ordered very early and we got our shipment pretty good. So I was trying to corral people. On top of it, we had our major convention, which is Atlanta BrickCon, right in the time period where the parts list dropped. So that made it a little bit, I had to give people a little bit more time because, you know, our lug was just focused on putting on a great show and having a good time. And that's great. That's the whole reason we get all those parts, is to build awesome things for our show. And, you know, just figuring out the stuff. One of the things that's kind of interesting on the LAN is that ambassadors are sharing. Apparently Lego has, like, once you place your order, you get an order number and they're in sequence, you know, they count up, and they've been using this order sequence now for about 3.5 to 4 years. And so the first person that we're aware of, you know, they reported and they said, well, I'm order number, blah, blah, blah. And we were ordered like 1,047 or something. So I think we're pretty early in the 200-ish, 250-ish lugs that are going to order. So we'll see how it goes. One of the things that was kind of interesting this time is up in Canada, the guy with Quebec Lug, Q-Lug, made this little handy thing where you could paste in your part numbers, and it would just generate a little picture showing all of your lugs, 85 elements, and different lugs were sharing, like what parts they picked. And so I shared some of those on our Peach Lug Discord that people were sharing on the LAN, just saying, like, these are the parts that my lug selected. And some of the parts were very consistent from one lug to the next. So they tended to be like new parts and new colors that people were excited about. Some of the masonry parts, the new, as I think it was Meredith called it, the romaine lettuce leaf piece that kind of faces up, has a single stud and it kind of goes up. That appeared on a lot of lists. But then I was kind of interested to see that, you know, there were some lugs that were quite different. In particular, like one of the Dutch lugs was very heavy in just bricks, a lot of gray. Our space guys would have been happy. There was a lot of gray. If they want to join the Dutch lug and order with them next year, they'd probably be pretty happy. Just quirky things, you know. I mean, people get behind projects. A few years ago, we got behind ordering Roller Coaster Track, and so we put most of the shapes of Roller Coaster Track on our 85 elements. And so you just see, lugs do different things, and it's kind of fun just to, at least I find it interesting to see, what other lugs do. I find it interesting to see like what kind of parts my colleagues order. Sometimes I scratch my head and say, gee, what are they going to do with all of that particular part? Meredith, who's on our show, she ordered a very specific long brick that comes to a point and it slopes. So it's kind of like that long piece that kind of tapers off. And I was like, what are you going to do with it? She's like, rock work. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that makes, she has some largish rock work project in mind. And so she wanted a whole lot of those. So dark gray slopes and rock work stuff seem to be a kind of theme for our particular lug this cycle. It's also interesting to me, like sometimes you'll get a part that almost everybody will go, oh, that's a cool part. I'm going to get at least a couple of that. And then you'll get a couple parts where, it's like 5 people order it, but they order a lot of it and nobody else gets it. So it could be wide appeal or very narrow appeal. And then you get people who like pick a part and then they order 1,000 of it. So you're like, okay, clearly they have a bulk project in mind. They wouldn't be ordering 1,000 of these things. And it's I don't know. I just find it interesting to see what people are doing and what people are building.
I'm pretty sure every one of the Peach Lug members who's involved in New Hashima got at least some of those dark orange tubes. So it was also kind of see those localized groups of people involved in specific projects.
Yeah. Well, the other one that was really screening New Hashima was the 1x16 Technic brick in black, because I know that gets utilized in the frame structure a lot. And I got some of those as well, just because I do have an ambition to one day build a module. so that's actually a question, Daniel, I wanted to ask you the last time you were on, but we were focused on your Citron, but having been now pretty heavily involved in this New Hashima project, do you think it's going to be one of those perennial things where people will bring at least some elements? It may not be as large as what we saw in Chicago or Atlanta. Do you think it's going to ripple out and be kind of maybe like Moonbase, where people will bring some segments and they'll put it together? Again, probably not as big as what we saw. What's your thought on that?
I think the plan, and I think it's the right move, is to put it in more of kind of a definitive hibernation.
Okay.
To, have people, put stuff away in their closets. Individuals can bring little things, and that's how it's going to be special when they decide to make a comeback.
Okay.
Because if everybody brings New Hashima every year, it will start to be, oh, here's New Hashima again, instead of, oh wow, here's New Hashima again, right? We want it to kind of take a break, I think, but that's not any reason that people should be dissuaded from joining the project and starting to build things. I think the goal is to come back in Chicago in a major way, and in maybe 5-10 years.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I do think that having a kind of break from it would whet people's appetite to see it again.
Absolutely.
Am I correct in that there's going to be a European appearance, or is that the one where Simon Liu already did that?
There have already been several. They've done Bricking Bavaria over in Germany, as well as, I'm trying to remember what the other most recent one was. This was only a couple weeks ago. You see, so they've already done a few over there. There's also a desire to try and get one over somewhere in Japan, most likely, would be some of the other Far East sort of conventions. There's plans for one in Australia at Brickvention 2025. So there's definitely still more interest in it abroad, but and domestically, there's going to continue to be small layouts for sure, and there's currently plans for sort of a spin-off Neo Atlanta plans for next year. So, but New Hashima is definitely going to continue on strong for the future, for sure.
Sweet. All right. We've had a friend join in. Hello, Chris Campbell.
Hi.
aka Geeky Inc. Studios. We got your link sort of wrong. We tried to correct it later, but it's geekyinkstudios.com, right?
Correct.
All right. How are you today, sir?
I'm pretty good. Been busy. Apparently, a lot of people wanted things, and so I've been printing a lot.
Good.
I might have brought some test parts that are not finished yet, but
nice.
Hi, Chris. How are you? Nice to see you again.
some other things. Of course, these bricks are on the website already, but I'm working on. Maybe it'll focus. Anyway, it's Captain Picard.
One of my regrets at Atlanta BrickCon is we got to the last day and everybody was packing up, and I realized I never got around to buying anything of it. So, any chance you're going to bring some of that to our next club meeting?
I can make that happen. I know the owner, as luck would have it. Yeah, it's been doing a lot of printing. Thanks to Mark for helping me out on kicking my butt and getting me into gear. So much appreciated there.
Good deal. How's the rest of your Lego world and life? Everything good?
I have not had a chance to actually build anything I want to build, so I've got that going for me.
Join the club.
Right.
If somebody wants to come sort parts so I can build later, that'd be great. Bring up the table, maybe.
Jeff, you're welcome to come down and sort from Canada.
That's right.
It'll have to wait like, a year for 11 months.
We can get you like a work visa thing, and you can come work in Imperial. I mean, that would be.
As long as I don't have to bring my trailer, because $1,000 worth of gas to get down there and back.
Ooh.
Jeff, the U.S.
Canadian
government grants visas to people who have a unique skill that you can't find in America. I think your ability to sort quickly might qualify you for a green card.
So I don't know how many of you actually read Brick Journal by Joe Mino, but Fine Clonier, which is me and Jared, mainly Jared, but it's also me, have had an article in every Brick Journal since the beginning, just about. And I guess back in 2020, we did a Magnetron article, and we made Magnetron 2020 or Mtron 2020, whatever you want to call it. And I dug out my old prints of those. Whoops.
Nice.
And so these are the actual prints from the Brick Journal article. Anyway, I made officer's uniform. I don't know why I can't get my camera to focus, but there we go.
There it goes.
But yeah, so it's a little throwback thing we did a while back to kind of give it a new spin. It was fun. So I have those too. I had to dig those out. I didn't even know where they were. So, but cool. I found them the other day, so I was happy with them.
That is impressive stuff, sir.
We had an entire organization, army. We had from grunts up. It was great.
Awesome. All
One
right.
of my favorite promotional materials from Mtron said something about so cool it'll blow your magnets off. I don't know where your magnets are located on the anatomical structure, but
you don't have that copyrighted, right? I can make a brick out of that.
I don't. It was on some old Lego promotional material, so I think you're probably good.
Yeah. But if you're a little kid, don't choke on the magnet or don't swallow it because.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Sandlin, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I am building one of Small Paul's sets for him because being an ADHD kid, a lot of times he wants to play with the thing, but he doesn't want to spend 2 hours building it. So I'm working on this Ninjago dragon because he'll be over tomorrow. So I'm about this far into the dragon. It's got some really interesting.
It looks like a snail whale.
Yeah, that's not a dragon. That's a whale, clearly.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those Venetian gondola rides that you go on and you pay too much.
Okay, Matt wins for most specific reference.
That's usually what his references are. So yeah, that's about all I'm doing right now is just working on this little thing. Here's another ninja for the bucket. Because Small Paul only wants the dragons. He doesn't care about the figures or anything else in the set. He just wants the dragons. So I end up with a pile of Ninjago figures. So if anybody wants Ninjago figures, let me know.
Minifig collector, is anyone getting the 2024 Mtron dude? I'm getting all those dudes, but yes, definitely the Mtron dude.
Which one?
I like the bad guys on the Ninjago underwater sets. Those are cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
What's this about an Entron, dude? What did I miss?
The Space Collectible series. Do you not know about that?
It hasn't officially been
I heard
announced.
about it. I hadn't seen pictures of it yet.
Yeah, it's not official yet, but they're releasing in May.
It's a crime to talk about it, but we're taking that risk.
There's some blurry photos out there.
Have there been any confirmation on there being a D&D collectible series? Is that true, or was that just people
A
lying?
confirmation? No.
As much as any
Are
rumor.
there? Yeah.
It's all still just rumors, getting my hopes up. giving me a
Totally,
reason to carry on.
totally pretty substantial rumors.
And by the way, the 1414 Falcon fan enter is been stopped. I don't know. Of course, if you read the post, there's all these weird posts of people, or whatever. But I don't know if he got busted or he quit or a little bit of both. So
Or just threatened with, legal actions.
Yeah, I don't know. So some of the leaking, I think, is being shut down a little bit. But there is a leak that there will be a space collectible minifig series with a new Mtron version, a new Ice Planet guy, and some other things. So yeah, so we'll
Pretty
be all
hefty helmet and shoulder pads at that.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
they're cool. All right. So tomorrow is March 1st. Is anyone going shopping tomorrow? I actually think I am going shopping tomorrow.
I will be going shopping tonight.
What's coming out that I should be excited about?
Oh, you ask. Let's look at the list.
Look,
He was
take a
hoping
look.
someone would.
I'm saving my pennies for May.
What a
the
segue.
May the 1st, not March the 1st. That's the holiday we celebrate.
Yes, let me go ahead and put that segue up here. Thank you for that fantastic segue. There we go. So,
You're
I've met
welcome.
the guy who invented the Segway.
Before he went off the cliff.
that's right.
Okay. All right. Quick tangent. The guy who invented the Segway did not die driving off a cliff. It was the guy who owned the company Segway. I guess he bought it off that. He was like the CEO of Segway or whatever.
It's such a good story, though. Don't bother me with facts.
I know.
Yeah.
No, the inventor was smart. The owner was not.
All right. Oh, Jake, my son is bringing me a leaked couple of versions of the big construction figures of Spider-Man, Iron Spider, and the Green Goblin, which are going to be big figs or whatever Lego sets. And another picture we can't show you because it's a leak is the Friends Rover, which is absolutely fantastic. So
But you can share it in the private chat.
I can. I can.
There's no private chat. I don't
You
know
can
what
tell
do
them
about.
where they could find said picture if they wanted to use their Google.
Greek bricks with an underline after bricks on the Insta. So that looks really good. It's very cool. All right, Jake's excited about that. All right, so big set coming out, the Medieval Village. Is this a day one purchase for anybody here?
It is for me. That's one I'll be grabbing.
I would love to, but budgets.
Yeah,
What?
I'm leaning toward getting.
It is a purchase for me, just not day one.
Yeah. That's
really
cool.
good with my blacksmith village.
It would be. All right. Other things that are coming out. Animal Crossing. Who is into Animal Crossing?
This is just a re-release of Fabuland, right?
Yes, it is. It is pretty much.
I mean, look at the average age of this audience. I don't know that anyone here is an Animal Crossing person.
I've played it.
We know our guest Teener will be into those.
That's right. That's
I
right.
don't know
That's
if she's
right.
watching tonight, but we know that Teener is going to be all over those.
Okay, so you need to go find Steve, buy some hats for him so his wife can buy the Animal Crossing Legos.
That's right.
I mean, I want the figures. I ain't gonna lie.
This is where Tina needs to come on the show. Yes, she does need to come talk to us about the Animal Crossing. So I think these are great. I'm kind of excited to see what the Lego community does with these, because when we see our either Ninja Animal Crossing or Cyborg Animal Crossing characters, that will make me extremely happy. So,
Hey, I'm just going to give them a shout out. Those are pretty nice little roof concepts Lego's never put out before.
yep. There's some new pieces out. I love how they go for the Fabuland looking tree, but it's actually brick built. So there's some pretty neat stuff in here. My Walmart has these out, by the way. So,
Stevers, can Tina answer the question, why did the animals cross the road? Because that's what I'm wanting to know.
to get your micropayments. I don't know anything about the property per se, so I will not give any judgment. But I mean, they look bricky enough, so that's pretty cool. All right.
Animal Crossing was huge during COVID.
Yep.
A lot of people, it's what they call a cozy game, which is, popular with people who want to play something relaxing that's not too stressful. And
So there's not like hordes of barbarians coming to chop your head off and you send them off.
no, it's more about you make your island town and, have little friends who visit and things like that.
There's
Okay.
mods for that.
All right.
Are those new windows? Those right there?
Yeah, they're like a tile that you put in front, or like a facade, shall we say. There's a couple of different styles. I think there's 3 different styles or 2 different styles.
And you can swap them out apparently.
Yeah, you can see the curved one behind the umbrella as well.
Oh,
So there's
okay.
a curved style and a square style.
Interesting.
Because I watched I think it was Jean's version's video today on the Animal Crossing sets, and she was saying it's a customizable game, like you can customize your houses and stuff. So they're trying to play into that.
So it's like Sim City during COVID.
Sure, yeah.
With cute
More like
animals.
The Sims, in all honesty. It's closer to that.
Awesome. And I do believe, I'm not going to pull that set up, but I believe the crab is coming back in one of those sets. Is that right, Mark?
Yeah, the one that's the boat one. If you scroll up for a moment, well, if you want to pull it up, but yeah, that one, the Island Boat Tour, has an orange crab, not the red one, like the baby crab. If you zoom
Like the
in
crab
right above the orange fish.
The Crabulon crab.
There it is.
Yeah.
Crabulon crab right there. So,
Which means bricks and pieces.
Maybe it'll show up on
There it
bulk
is.
next year. We can get 1,000 little tiny crabs. That'd be amazing.
we can give crabs to the convention. There we go. All right.
we could have a full-on Crabulon invasion. We could do like a huge layout with Crabulons everywhere. It would be fantastic. People would be like, forget about New Hashima. They'd be so excited about all the crabs.
You could hand it out as a sig fig or as a token, and everybody can get crabs.
Right. Mark's giving everybody crabs at the convention.
That's right.
Such class in this show. All right. Daniel, we do want you to come back. This is normal. All right.
This is great.
So, Brickheads here. This is the only Brickheads maybe coming out. Does anybody care about the Harry Potter thing going on?
No.
What is going
Hated
on?
it.
The Mentor's face. What piece is that?
I think that's basically it's
I think that's that new
The
turntable piece. That
turntable
little,
base.
yeah, the one
Oh,
the tile
okay.
turntable.
All right. Meh. Okay, don't care. All right, 3-in-1, the Fox, which is really great.
Ooh.
What does the fox say?
It says spend a. It doesn't have the price. How much is the Fox? He's probably $50.
Wait, scroll back down. The price isn't it really?
It's right above. It's right above there. Oh, it doesn't.
No, that's
Oh,
for sea animals.
It's a secret. It's a mystery price. Ooh.
Let me click on it.
667 pieces. I'm betting 70.
It is $50.
That's not bad.
That's a really good price. Maybe Lego's gotten to where, okay, we were pushing the envelope with the price per part. Let's back that down just a hair. So
Well,
Or maybe
it's
it's
not a
Remember
license.
the CMFs are going down $1, so
It's not a licensed set either, so that's also saves some bucks.
yeah.
It's not a licensed property.
What were you saying about the CMFs, Chris?
pretty substantial rumor about CMFs going down $1, back down to $3.99.
Well, that'd be fantastic.
That would be lovely.
All right. Disney's coming out. Is
I'm getting that.
Boone's set coming out? Is it already out?
Which one?
Boone's set from
Dude. Oh, Boone's. Boone's is already out.
it's
Yeah, I thought
already
it was out.
does anybody like the Snow White thing? Is anybody getting the Snow White
I'm
thing?
getting it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I realized Seven Dwarfs would be great on the castle for Find the Fig.
That's fine.
So, and it's a medieval style house, so why not?
Cool. Thanks, Hoarder66. Yeah, hit that like button. Thanks for popping in. Birthday buddy. There we go. I don't know. There's something about the lumpy roof on this. I don't know if I get, but maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I've heard it's a pain in the butt to build because it's got three very similar pieces. Like it's got the tooth piece and then both of those little 1x2 like curved slope with a little angle on it, like the smallest wedge piece.
Yeah.
And the instructions actually say you need to divide. Like it actually recommends you create 3 piles of parts, like sort them before you start building.
Okay.
Don't tell me what to do, Lego. I think there's something is that it's got too much of a regular pattern in it when it's supposed to be random. I mean, each of these things on either side of the roof are exactly the same, and I don't know. I think that bothers my sensibility.
Are you trying to say that straw roofs are not regular in shape and size?
I possibly could be. So anyway, but I mean, it's a great set, pretty cool. Not for me and everything, but all right. Duplo, who's getting look, we're still making cars, Duplo. That's hilarious. Harry Potter, the sorting hat. That was at my Walmart the other day as well. Does anybody want
my Walmart doesn't get anything. Like you cross that interstate, we get nothing.
Yeah. Well, my Walmart put back the space sets because they were quote unquote dangerous and needed to be returned or recalled. I'm not sure they put them back out, or maybe they sold out that fast. So anyway, yes, poop emoji. Let's do a comparison. Are you ready? So there is the sorting hat, and there is the sorting hat. These things are exactly the same.
These are the same picture.
I mean, it's cool they made the sorting hat, I guess, with a talking thing. Does this interest anybody?
I mean, does it talk? Because otherwise, if it
does,
talk,
it
that's
talking.
kind of false advertising.
It has a 31 voice or 31 phrases that it can say.
Really?
Yep. That's why it's expensive.
We need the Jeff Goldblum quote as he walks up and looks at it.
I don't get the reference.
That is one big pile of.
Oh yes. I get the reference now.
Yeah, they need to get that set with the dino poop in it and just replace it with this and take a picture of it. That would be quite hilarious. Do we know if that talking if that brick is reprogrammable?
Well, yeah. There's nothing about that.
I wonder how long it will take some Lego engineer or AFOL to hack that thing and then reprogram some poor kids. Okay, Medieval Villages. They are Marvel. Let's see what Marvel they got here. We were talking offline how hilarious this Zolobot thing is. It's so funny. Even just the figure is hilarious as well. So it's $54, man. That's crazy.
No.
Yeah, the 4+ sets are always pricey.
I can't understand why Lego thinks a parent would want to spend $55 on that.
Because little kids love that show. My nephew is into it. It's popular with the kiddos.
And the return of the blue stanchions.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
That's
yeah, I didn't
Spacey
notice that. Good call.
Yeah, but can I tell you, the 80s kid here, when he says Spider-Man and his amazing friends, he doesn't mean this. Firestar and Iceman.
Okay, Grandpa.
It is.
Let's get you sit down in your chair.
Don't worry, we'll get them to get off your lawn.
I know that the
Whippersnappers.
little drill spinner vehicle comes with an almost comic version of Electro. It's a female figure, but it does have the little face mask right there. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, I don't know. This is kind of if that's all the Marvel that's coming out.
Well, after the whole Madam Web debacle, I mean,
wait a minute. I need to look at this. Look at this Spidey submarine and the little squirty things coming out. It's kind of hilarious.
Do you think they have "does not float" on the packaging? Considering it's a submarine, it's
you know, the funny thing is if you made two of those into one, so it's just double wide. That's kind of like the Spider-Man ride at Disneyland at Avengers Campus, California.
That's fun. All right. So yeah, Madam Web is not doing well. All right. Carousel ride. This is pretty neat.
Cute.
Yeah.
Is that an actual set or a gift with purchase?
It's a set.
It's a set. Yeah, it looks like a gift with purchase though.
Is that a banana peel?
Let's see, Ninjago. I know that. Let's see, which one is it? The Dragonstone Shrine.
Yeah, there is a new
Go
banana
back up.
piece.
Was that a banana peel piece?
Yes.
It was.
When did that come out?
The Friends sets in January, I think it was.
Which makes everybody think that there's going to be Mario, but this set right here is really, really neat looking.
That is really
That's
cool.
really nice. And you say Mario, I was thinking more Fortnite, to be honest, because of PLE. But
Oh, that's true.
You know what?
But this looks great. I think this is one of the better looking Ninjago sets that's come out recently. So,
So the
oh yeah, and so there's Jake's telling me off the side that there's a piece of Chi from Chima in it.
Awesome.
And there's a Chima character, or at least a heavy reference Chima character in it. So collapsing the universes, I guess.
Which had already happened because there was one of the episodes where they went through different dimensions and they ran right past the three Chima characters while that show was still going. So
Yep. So Wolf Mask Dojo, I think there's Chima references in here too. All right, we'll show them back in a second. Jake's giving me Chima advice. But
is it buy more Chima?
Or he's just saying which sets are cool, which he likes. Let's see, is it the Mac?
it definitely looks like a Chima headpiece.
Yeah, the wolves and everything. This guy's kind of cool. Little kind of spindly ninja mech here. Crimson thing from Pacific Rim. They're pretty neat. Pretty neat guy. I know Jake's got a little Lego money burning in his pocket, so we're going to day one. I love the moon piece here, the printed moon. That's kind of neat.
We love the moon.
All right, and then Speed Champions.
That's a classic meme for all the kids out there. That's a throwback meme.
That was a throwback. Thank you very much. Lost on younger viewers. So Speed Champion sets. I love Speed Champion cars. The fact that they're now $26.99 is not making me happy. But the Ford Mustang Dark Horse looks pretty neat. These are always good.
I mean,
for
they don't
cars.
even make that car.
Yeah, right. The Formula One here, McLaren's pretty neat. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at the wheels with the print there. That's kind
So
of
many stickers. Yuck.
Oh yeah.
so many stickers.
Ugh.
Stickers are the
Many
worst.
stickers.
But Speed Champions have like 4 new pieces that are pretty interesting.
Yeah, these new wedgie pieces here are really neat. This is one I probably will want to. I'll probably try to pick up tomorrow. That looks fun.
How tight are the wedgie pieces?
Do what?
How tight are the wedgie pieces?
Almost as unnerving as the swirly pieces. So
Yeah. Okay.
Oh wait, a movie. Oh, he spins around. Look at there. Look, he's doing donuts backwards. Really cool parts though on this. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, this is the double. Those are pretty neat. That we're not grabbing that, but it's okay. If you do not get Speed Champions, you should, because you learn like 7 new techniques in every one of them. There are new pieces. If you look right there, there is a non-cheese grater wedge piece right there in the back, which is super nice. I don't know if you've seen that. So you do get some new parts in this.
New wedge tiles too, or
Yep.
and there's a bracket inside. So if you think of a 2x6 plate, but in a bracket thickness, and then the bracket piece that comes out of the bottom are just 2 1x1 plates on either edge. So it's
yeah.
They don't show it in the pictures. New Elementary had it. Was it New Elementary? No, Brothers Brick actually had an article on that piece.
Oh. Well,
Or on
I have it.
the sets. So
I'll have to go look over there. Be my first time visiting in a while. All right. New R2D2. Who is into the new R2D2 today?
This is the third one.
Yeah, I didn't get the first 2 though, and
What?
this one comes with
You?
Darth Malik.
You did not get either of the first 2. This is my shock face.
he's got a
So I
real.
have the original though. I have the original with the remote control brick thing.
Simon Liu. Hello.
But yeah, I might get this one mainly because I want the Darth Malik figures.
Now, so I watched friend of the show, Jean's version, do her review on this. Jake had said it. I didn't kind of visualize it. He is to scale with the Chewbacca, so the see-through PO we'll get will also be to scale with this R2D2, and that makes me kind of want it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm very excited.
Pretty
about
good.
this. I'm very excited about the 3PO.
Yeah. But there's something about this R2D2. I swear it looks like he needs to shave. It looks like he's got 5 o'clock shadow going on because the bottom of his face is all dark blue. I don't know. It looks like maybe he's drunk. I don't know.
Well, Campbell's got an R2 unit sitting right there, so he can.
Yeah, I mean the bottom pieces. There should be a silver band there. No doubt. I don't know why that's blue.
Yeah.
There's blue above the silver, so I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we call it.
All right, and then also the Technic stuff comes out. The cool space moon planet orbit. This looks fantastic. I don't know if I want to plunk down the cash to get it and then just have it sitting on my shelf. If I had a classroom, maybe that would be something I would do. And the other space stuff and Technics coming out. Are y'all interested?
Well, Matt should buy it. It's got a globe.
It does.
Well, not only that, but I mean, if I need to slingshot around the sun, I can calculate my velocity.
Just ask Spock. His guesses are better.
I'm not as
Spock's
interested.
here.
I'm not as interested in this one, but I am interested in the actual Technic space vehicles.
the
especially that-
surface space loader.
Yeah, that one especially. It looks
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I was watching it and how it kind of
Moves.
it folds up and does all the crazy stuff, and I don't know if they show that on here.
Well, you can show it in the pictures even if it doesn't show it, because like the second picture, like of the three top pictures, the middle one has it lowered, and then
Yeah, like that lowered, and then it's up like this. So yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
That's super cool.
that's like the cruising mode or the. You know what
Yeah,
I'm trying to say? I don't
yeah.
know.
I'm super excited that it comes with those gray tires, though. That's really sweet. So yeah, there it is. in the 2 different modes there. Pretty cool. Let's see. There's also the
Why do I want grilled cheese now?
Yeah, right? Thanks, Simon.
Don't you mean grilled craft dinner?
No, KD. Thanks. I like maple syrup. I don't tend to like to eat craft dinner. I will, but it's not my favorite.
Won't they throw you out of Canada for saying that?
yeah.
Maybe.
Maple syrup mixed with peanut butter. That's the best.
Or is it okay if you say sorry?
I'll just say sorry. And they'll be like, okay, fine.
Yeah. So big release tomorrow. Well, we're gonna go and buy a few things. I'll probably just hit the Pick-a-Bricks and see how. I haven't bought a box of Pick-a-Brick yet to see how that goes. So
I have. It's lovely. They're nice.
Oh yeah.
Easier to regularly stack things. They are a proper brick standard width and height and all that.
Gotcha. By the way,
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw that Minifig Collector said he might be interested in your Ninjago figures.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
I have a turf war brewing over here. It's gonna get ugly.
I sense a head-on collision coming.
They're gonna be fighting each other, West Side Story, Snap Gang style.
Let's see. One half of that is a car payment. One half of that is dinner. So.
Don't make me break out my fake Chinese goats.
I got some of them too. I got a tan goat. That's not real.
Yeah, I found my fake goat that I got at last year's Atlanta Brick Convention at this the one we just had. It was in the box. I'm like, oh, look, there's my goat. I dropped it back in that box. I'll see it again next year. So.
Brown goat.
That's what I should leave at conventions as my talisman. Just hand out fake goats to everybody.
Get a fake goat that is very close to the original expensive one, and just drop a couple around. Oh my gosh! Oh crap!
The moment
I
you
brought
pick
my
it up,
castle to a convention, and I had a bunch of the goats on there, and they were the cheap knockoff ones. And the number of comments that I got from people going, "Oh my god, I can't believe you put that out there. Someone's gonna steal it." And I'll be out 25 cents, and the joke will be on them.
the moment you pick up the Chinese goats, you can just tell the plastic's lighter. So I mean, if you handle Lego regularly, it's not hard to tell that they're not Lego.
There's also they've got paint between the horns.
That's what she said.
Sounds like a medical condition.
It is.
You might.
You might need to see a doctor about that.
That one. That's the fake one. The mold is also different, of course, but
it's
also more white.
Very light.
The original goats were a little bit beige.
All right. It has been a messy Thursday. It is now after 8 minutes after the hour, so we should shut it down. Thank y'all for joining us. If you're here, hit the likes and the subscribes and the things. Oh, does Daniel, do you have your Space Baby?
I just finished my Space Baby.
Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. Woo. Do y'all have some at Atlanta Brick Co. on sale? Has somebody already started bringing them in?
Not that I know of. Usually there's a little bit of a buffer time where the employees are buying the first few that come in, and then they start to be available to the public. So not that I know of.
Yeah, I have mine at a competing store. My son looking out for me, but you know.
There you go.
There it is. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. Glad you were here. As always, be awesome and build awesome and be kind to your neighbor. And we thank y'all for joining us. We'll see you on Monday. No, wait. Yeah, on Monday. That's it. See you Monday. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah.